Hey everyone, welcome back to my Criticisms of Young Earth Creationism series. Something you have to understand about Young Earth Creationism is that it not only states that our world is between 6 and 10,000 years old, it also states that the entire universe is between 6 and 10,000 years old. Now, the Earth only being several thousand years old is a silly claim by itself. But when you throw the rest of the universe into the situation, it becomes even more absurd. For example, astronomers know that even the closest major galaxy to our Milky Way is Andromeda, which is about over 2 million light years away. That would mean that traveling at light speed, it would take between 2 and 3 million years for us to get from the edge of our galaxy to the Andromeda galaxy. Obviously, this flies in the face of a literal creation 6 to 10,000 years ago. But what creationists have done is something that has basically gotten them a lot of criticism in a lot of different areas, not just astronomy. Uh, it's basically they've decided that they need to start their argument already having an assumption, a belief, and then forming their argument based on that. So, propping it up with evidence rather than letting evidence lead them to their answer. So, since the literal Genesis does not line up with what astronomy actually observes, then you have to make astronomy line up with the Bible. Again, in the creationist model, the Bible is true no matter what. It's the starting point that you build your opinions from, your beliefs from. So rather than, again, letting the evidence lead you to your beliefs. So creationists argue, and to do this, creationists argue that the speed of light must have been faster during the time of Genesis, 6 to 10,000 years ago, or in a more kind of sci-fi twist that the fabric of space-time itself must have been accelerating these galaxies at a rate faster than the speed of light, which is kind of the principle that Star Trek warp drives are based on, actually. There actually might be some Big Bang cosmologists who have something similar, but I think there are some differences between the creationist version and the Big Bang version. The creationist version would probably be much more extreme. Rather than just taking the obvious route that says, maybe it took millions of years for the light from these galaxies to get here. Again, science has to line up with the Bible, not the other way around in this kind of worldview. But there is a problem here. Currently, telescopes are powerful enough to see galaxies colliding and violently meeting their end, galaxies that are well over 6 to 10,000 light years away. If this creationist model is to be believed, then it would have to mean that God created the celestial bodies in the act of actually being destroyed. Does that make any sense? I don't think so. What's more, we can see dead or dying stars like the dense neutron stars, explosive explosive supernovas, and the mysterious black holes. Well over, we have examples of these celestial bodies over 10,000 light years away. Yet creationism implies, at least answered in Genesis and some of the others, that the universe didn't start its decaying process, or that bodies in the universe didn't start their decaying process until Adam and Eve ate from the fruit, justifying the position that all creation is kind of bearing the burden and groaning under the weight of human sin. And, on a philosophical note, what would it say about the moral character of a God who creates a universe that appears to be billions of years old, then gets mad at us for thinking that the universe is billions of years old? He'd be kind of a jerk, right? Anyway, answer the questions by questioning the answers. As always, I'm out. Take care of yourself.